Hello guys, welcome to Real Auto Reviews. My name is Sayyid Sharasha and that's the Volvo EX30. Okay, let me show you the car quickly from all four sides. Okay, and then we'll start driving it. And I'll tell you everything about the car, most of which you might not have heard or seen in any other review. Okay, this is my favorite angle of the car. The bodywork is barely able to contain the tires. See, this is what I'm talking about. This tells you that this car means business. All right, so that's a 245 45 R19. And where is the size on this one? Where is it? 245 45 R19. So yeah, that's equally thick. Once again, 245 45 R19, 245 45 R19. Yes. Now let's start driving. Okay, Hi. Noida ke liye? The next one. Yep. Oh, by the way, if I remember correctly, this gap wasn't there. Okay, the first time on the first drive. Okay, so I drove the car during its first drive on last year in August. Okay, and this is July end, so it's nearly a year. All right, so there is no issue as such, but then yeah, I don't remember this. Okay, being there in my previous car. Okay, this gap, this is not an issue. Or perhaps if they do not give this, no. Okay, no, so it's okay. I'll tell you what, this has been in the hands of many influencers, so you know, I know, and they are not as gentle with the media units like I am. So anyway, let's, since I'm outside, this is the boot, and it has you know, 2 levels. You can actually put this a level lower, but then you know, then it would make it deeper, but then yeah, you would need it if you want to have a deeper boot, more luggage. But this is my preferred setting. Why? Because so it's easier to put in heavy stuff, and then you know, if you want to take it out, you can just, you know, slide it until here and then lift it. All right, now let me show you the rear seat as well. All right, okay, that was a heavy sound. Okay, yeah, see, I put newspapers so that, you know, the floor mats remain as clean as they can. All right, I had said this, in fact I had put you know, okay, my review was published in the Daily Guardian. Okay, it was a text review. All right, so I had said this in the text review as well last year, and it remains the same. See, the rear seat is not the best that you would expect at this price. Okay, it's okay. I mean, see, the seat base, the seat squabs are first of all small. Okay, even for a you know, 5'1" person like me, I am lacking, you know, I'm slightly in a knees up position. All right, and see, there is, you know, this is what you call a knees up position. Okay, although the, you know, seat squab is say for example, if the floor was any lower, if the seat was a bit higher, okay, I would have had excellent under thigh support, okay. But then yeah, EVs have certain limitations, but then my job is to tell you exactly how it is, you know, in every aspect. So the another thing is, this is I had written that, you know, this the rear section is sloping, you know, at a bit too steep an angle, but now I would say that it's not that bad. It's just that it's that typical EV seating position because of the high floor, okay, that you would feel that, okay, you know what, this is not the best rear seat, definitely. And this is a bit, you know, the rear the seat back is a bit you know, bit too upright, I would say. If it was, say, half an inch or an inch, or if, you know, they gave a provision wherein you could actually recline it, then it would have been a lot better. Still, it's not bad, but it could have been better. Plus the door pockets, okay, they do not hold a 1 liter bottle, okay. At best, I think I did not check a half-liter bottle, but these are narrow essentially. All right, you do not have AC vents. However, the good news is, yes, let me tell it to you, I am testing this, okay, in Delhi summers, and I did not have a problem. By the way, yes, I did check it, okay, sitting here in harsh sun, okay, I kept the car like that, and you know, it was cooling enough. Yes, so you would effectiveness of the AC, okay, is not an issue. Cooling of the cabin is not an issue. So if that's one thing that's bothering you, no, it is not an issue. You know, the AC, it cools the cabin very nicely. However, they should have given, okay, a shade. It's as simple as that, okay. That shade should have been there, okay. But then yeah, at night this really looks beautiful, okay. But then yeah, at the cost of repetition, they you know, they should have given a shade. I think you can get as an accessory, but it should have come standard. All right, okay. I'll switch off the GoPro for a second, drink, have some water, and then get back. कुछ काम?
सर जी यहाँ पे गाड़ी खड़ा करना है।
अच्छा, मतलब ये यहाँ शोल्डर पे भी नहीं, जैसे ये वो आपका जहाँ आप खड़े हुए थे अभी,
जी।
उसके बाद तो शायद 5 फीट तक हम खड़ी कर सकते हैं ना थोड़ी देर के लिए।
कोई काम है आपका?
मुझे जो था वो मैंने कर लिया, अब मैं निकल रहा हूँ।
हाँ जी।
है ना, चलिए, थैंक यू सो मच, ओके। बस मुझे 10 सेकंड वीडियो में ये बोलना है कि अब मैं स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? 10 सेकंड, हाँ हाँ, थोड़ा सा आप पीछे आ जाएंगे। हाँ, थैंक यू दोस्त, थैंक यू दोस्त। हाँ, लेट्स स्टार्ट ड्राइविंग। Alright, you know, when I was outside, I wanted to tell you that, you know, the design of this car, this feels, that feels wrong, that is wrong actually, okay. So yeah, I was saying that this feels like, you know, this is designed by humans and not by robots or aliens, alright. Anyway, so, let me talk about the only major con of this vehicle, all right. So except the power window switches, okay, and of course the drive selector and the wiper controls, thankfully, all right, everything else is crammed into the screen, okay. Something as basic as adjusting the mirrors, okay, that is simply not done. This is not done at all right. let me show it to you. Okay, I think I can stop there and then show it to you. Then of course about the ride and handling and everything, you know, I'll continue to drive and talk about it. That looks like a safe spot. Yes, a familiar spot as well. All right, let me tell you a couple of things about the screen as well. So this is dedicated to what you would expect here. All right, your speed and the fuel, essentially the battery percentage, the range and odo. All right, and of course everything else that you would expect to see here. Okay, this portion now, for example, and if you have to set the climate control, okay, that is one step away as well. Now to adjust the mirrors, it should not be a, you know, 3-step process. Okay, you go here, okay, then say for example if I want to do this, and then all right, I can adjust. Same for the left one. Okay, I mean, come on, for lights as well. Okay, and the issue is, for mirrors it did not ask me to, you know, confirm by okay here. Okay, it asks me to confirm, and come on, this doesn't have to be this complicated. All right, so for mirrors, for lights, okay, so for mirrors you should have, they should have given, you know, controls over here at least. Okay, or somewhere here. Okay, for the headlights, okay, there should have been that regular dial. All right, and let me show you the miniature glove box as well. Now I do not have any complaints. Why? Because there is enough storage here. Okay, so that is not a problem at all. But then yeah, we need physical controls. Volvo and all other, you know, all other manufacturers is, in fact, you know, we generally say this in every review, that for air conditioning and these essential things, we need proper physical dial, switches, buttons. All right, now okay, let's go. All right, so Alright, so before I talk about the performance, I wanted to tell you something else. Yeah, so the front seats are absolutely fantastic. Okay, there is no issue. One of my friends, alright, he's 6 foot tall, quite heavy built. Alright, he does not he does not wish to be featured in a video. He does not post photographs on Instagram. So otherwise I would have made a shorts video. He was fairly comfortable after, of course, you know, a bit of fiddling around, finding the perfect position. And when he sat over there, there was space. Okay, there was good enough space for someone like me. Behind a 6 foot tall person, okay, you cannot fit, forget about a 6 foot tall person, even 5'8" would be a tight fit. I think the maximum you know, the rear seat would be a 5'5" or a 5'6", depending upon, of course, how long or short their legs are. Okay, so as far as comfort is concerned, see, you know, 2 6-footers at the front and 2 5-footers or 5.5-footers at the back, that would be it. So the point is, you get the idea. Okay, if you are a family of 4 6-footers, this car is not for you. If there are 2 6-footers and you know, the other family members are shorter, then yes, you can buy this car. Anyway, okay, the ride quality, I had said this earlier. Okay, that was a morning to evening drive, and this I have driven for 5 days now. This is going back. The driver is waiting for me. Okay, I have to pick him up. The ride quality is brilliant. Okay, despite running on those 19-inch rims, the ride quality is brilliant. I mean, this is just fantastic. All right, especially at everything over pedestrian speeds, and even at pedestrian speeds, you know what I had written in my review, that at pedestrian speeds there is a bit of firmness. No, scrap that. Okay, I was able to now test it comprehensively. Even at pedestrian speeds, okay, the ride is beautifully pliant. Okay, so the suspension, the ride quality is exceptional. Now I can say the same about handling as well. This is a brilliant handling car. Okay, see, I'll tell you what, this is a sports car that you are getting at this price, honestly. All right, performance, I have put the acceleration video, please watch that. All right, in fact, by the time this video goes live, guys, don't do this. Okay, that video would be up as well. But then even last year in Jaipur, yes, the drive was in Jaipur, I had managed to squeeze in acceleration and braking runs. I'll put the numbers over there, and I will put the numbers of the runs that I did with this car. Okay, this has done over 10,000 kilometers. It's due for a service, so let's see. You'll get an idea about how, because then the cars were brand new, you'll get an idea if there is a difference in performance. I remember that I had managed a 0 to 100 run of 5.0 seconds. Volvo claims 5.3 seconds. So I mean, come on, this is proper, okay, touching that sports car territory. All right, okay, so the crux is, as far as the performance is concerned, this is amazing. That is one word. Okay, performance, motor performance, I'm talking about acceleration, I'm talking about overtaking performance. Of course, this is an electric vehicle, so it will have that instant burst of power, of torque. All right, and the braking is phenomenal as well. So yeah, 0 to 100, 0 to 150, amazing. Overtaking, okay, power, torque, amazing. Handling, brilliant. Ride quality, lovely. I would say that at this price, I don't think there is any other vehicle that handles this well and has this level of ride quality. Okay, at this price, I do not think there is any other vehicle. All right, now what about so this is something that no one would tell you. I charge all electric vehicles at home. Okay, now especially, okay, I have installed a setup so that I can tell you the exact units, okay, it consumed. So if you are charging from say 0 to 100, it would take approximately 90 units. Okay, I did not charge from 0 to 100. I did charge the Creta electric. Okay, I charged it, this one, from 48 to 100%. Okay, 48 to 99%, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 48 to 99%. I was getting impatient. It said that it would take another 15 minutes for a 100% charge. So I was getting impatient. I plugged out the charger from from 48 to 99%. It took somewhere around 45-46 units, all right, of electricity. So yeah, 100 units, no, 100% would be somewhere around 93. Okay, let's say that, fine, okay, by the way, I charged at 6 amperes. Okay, let me show it to you. Let me quickly show it to you. I have to show this to you. All right, so this gives you, all right, you go here, settings, charging. Okay, so you have the option of 90% long trip, custom 100%. It would you know, disconnect the charging. It would cut off the charging once it achieves 90%. Okay, so see, 6 amperes. Okay, and then you can amp it up. So I did 50% of it at 6 amps. Okay, and the rest of it at 16 amps. Okay, if you can do it always at 6 amps, it would be amazing for your battery. All right, so yeah, so it for 40, from 48 to 99%, it took around 46.3, let's round it off to 46 for 46 units. I think it was 46.3 or 40. Yeah, it was definitely 46. Okay, you'll see the number here. It was around 46.3 units. So I take it that 100% would take somewhere around what, 93 units. Let's round it off to say 100 units. Okay, where I live, you know, when I charge these cars, it takes my you know, meter my electricity consumption to the bracket where it is charged at 6 rupees per unit. So 100 units, let's say, for example, although it would take somewhere around 90 to 95 units, but then let's round it off to, for the ease of calculation, 100 units, 600 rupees. And on an average you would get around 400 kilometers. Okay, Volvo claims for 480 kilometers. No, you would never get that. You would never get that. In fact, you would not even get 450. All right, you would get somewhere between 380 to 420. All right, so yes, I'm taking the average, you know, at 400 kilometers, which is good with this kind of performance. Okay, 400 kilometers, 400 kilometers when you are actually you know, occasionally driving like a hooligan. All right, and why not? All right, of course, please do it safely. All right, please consider the safety of others around you. But then yeah, if you're buying this car, you would want to enjoy or you know, explore its potential, and this would not disappoint you. This is a very entertaining car, and even then you would get, thank you, you would get, you know, on an average 400 kilometers of range. All right, am I forgetting anything? Yeah, people complain that there are no regen modes. No, you idiots. Okay, so there is one, yeah, so there is that one pedal drive mode. Okay, and in fact there are 2 levels to it. All right, so yeah, you want regen, you switch over to that. Okay, and then there is, you would not feel it, but I tested it. There is a difference. Okay, driving, let me show it to you. So do you see this creep forward? Okay, if you switch this off, it would coast, I would use the word yeah, even more freely. Okay, this I have noticed adds some regen. So I'm saying that the long and short of it is that if you switch this off, it would coast freely. Okay, there is almost yeah, there is, I would say that you can consider it zero regen. In creep forward mode, I would say that, you know, this would be 5 to 10% of regions, okay, but then yeah, it does coast, and you do not need, I mean, come on, you expect it to drive like a normal car, and if you want that one pedal drive typical EV feeling, you have that as well, okay. Where is it? Steering feel firm, yes. Where is it? Where did it go? Yeah, it is here, Shiraz. Yeah, I have to keep my eyes on the road. So one pedal drive, low, high. All right. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is something that again no one would tell you. In one pedal drive mode, if you are wondering, when you lift off, the brake light comes on or not, yes it does. So however, there is a slight delay. So for example, okay, I tested at from 5 kilometers per hour to 50 kilometers per hour as well, okay. So at 5 kilometers per hour, the moment I lifted off, okay, I think there was a delay of a second or 1.5 seconds, and the brake light comes on, okay. It goes off for a second and then it comes back, all right. At 50 kilometers per hour, the moment you lift off, it came on at 45, okay, kilometers per hour. I think it was what, it would have a time of 1 or 2 seconds would have elapsed. But then yeah, the point is the brake light does come on, okay. There is a bit of delay, but then yes, the brake light does come on at all speeds. So even at, I'm sure even at 100, you would not actually use one pedal drive at 100, okay. You would want to use it. I do not use it at all, at in city traffic as well. I hate it, but some people like it. They would want to use it in city traffic. Then if you're wondering that, the person behind you would know that, okay, you know what, now the car is slowing down, yes, the brake light would come on. Yeah, so the crux is, this is an amazing car. Oh, by the way, the music system is amazing, the headlights are brilliant, okay. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below, okay. Do subscribe if you haven't already. And I would say that, if you have the money to buy a BS6 or a Tata Harrier EV, okay, but if you want a fun car, and if you're not a family of bodybuilders, I would say that not all members in your family are bodybuilders, okay. I've covered the topic already, right? If you are from the young lot, okay, and you do not have a big family, this is the car for you, okay. This is the most fun to drive car at this price. I do not think any other car, even internal combustion engines, internal combustion engine equipped cars at this price, okay, come close to the amount of fun this car provides, okay. So yeah guys, that was my review of the Volvo EX30. This is rear wheel drive, by the way, if you do not know that. So yeah, this is insane fun. And do let me know if you liked the review. Do hit that like button, do leave a comment, do that hype thingy as well, and I shall see you soon in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.